Hey guys, it is your Gypsy here, Brianna, and it is day insert number here. And today I wanted to do just a seated sequence of asanas because sometimes you're not in your own space or even in an ideal space to practice. And we tend not to practice those times because we're not in a great studio, or we're not in our own environment, or it's just not pretty, or it's not tranquil. And one of the beautiful things about having a yoga practice is it's supposed to make you feel comfortable when you're in any situation and in any environment. Because let's just be frank, life ain't easy all the time. It doesn't always work out the way you want it to. So I thought I'd do 10 asanas for 2 minutes solid. Please ignore the background noise. And let's just grab your mat, sit in a crisscross applesauce or easy pose. And this is gonna be our first asana. I want you to allow yourself to just kind of sink wherever you're sitting. Relax your shoulders, your jaw, and your tongue. Allow your fingers to relax. And just kind of melt into the earth. There's nothing else happening. You're not trying to create any shapes or any space. Just be here right now. Remember to listen to your breath and your body. Your inhale should be just as equal to your exhale. So if you're inhaling for a count of 3, make sure you're exhaling for a count of 3. And let's do that together. We have about 1 more minute here. Inhale, fill up the belly for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold that breath. And then exhale through your mouth for 4, 3, 2, 1. Again, inhale through your nose, fill up the belly, expand the chest for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold that breath. Exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Allow yourself to sink here. Again, nothing else is going on. Maybe check and allow your shoulders to sink down. More breaths, 10 more seconds. Take a big inhale here and exhale. Beautiful. That's asana 2. We're going to plant that right palm, sweep that left arm up, and then the palm is going to go on the base of my neck. I'm going to inhale, open, and exhale, close. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Open. Close. 4 more. Use your breath. Last one. I want you to inhale, open up, and then reach that palm up and over, and maybe fall on that forearm. Sink the shoulder back. 1 more breath. Exhale, just switch sides. Beautiful. Same thing. We're going to plant that left palm, and I'll sweep the right arm up and over. And this time it's going to take the palm is going to take the base of the neck. Open up. And exhale. 6 more. You can do this. Last one. This time, inhale, open up. Drop that forearm. Stretch that palm out and over. Beautiful. Inhale here. Looks up, bring it back. Nice. Pose number 3. We're going to stretch those legs out in front of us. It's called Dandasana, means when you're actively sitting. Think about bringing the toes towards you. Stack the shoulders on top of your hips. And you're actively sitting. Take a big inhale here. And just exhale. There's nothing else to do. Just kind of check in with your body. Check in with your spirit. Keep the toes actively reaching towards your chest. Roll the shoulders back. Remember, you're actively sitting. If you feel comfortable, you can drop your palms in the mat and roll your shoulders back here for a tiny little back bend in this Dandasana. Just breathe. It's natural for your feet to kind of quit on you. You have to keep them pulling in and really spin the thighs inward. So maybe your knees are kind of turning in to keep those thighs active as well. If they splay out, you lose your core. So you really want to think about knees in, thighs turned in, toes active. You are doing beautiful. This is a great practice to just check in, find out what's happening, what your body and your spirit needs. Asana 4. You ready? We're gonna pull the sole of our foot in, left thigh is touching the inside. Left sole of my foot is touching the inside of my right thigh. Naturally, if this leg comes up like this, you just have really tight hips, and that's okay. Hip flexors. You want to think about sinking down here. So there's 2 options to this pose. I can plant my palm here and really think about grounding here and sitting up. Remember, actively sit up for that Dandasana. So you can be there, or you're folding it in. And just folding your forearms. You're not trying to get crazy. Remember, this is one of those yoga asana poses or sequences we're doing where you don't have a lot of space or a lot of time, but you just want to say hello to your body. So wherever you are, kind of sink in. We're already a minute in, so breathe. Take a big inhale wherever you are, and then exhale, surrender. And of course, we could just collapse on the floor, but keep it active. So really think about, even though I'm surrendering in it, I'm not collapsing down or giving in. I'm really thinking about bringing the toe towards my third eye, right? My drishti could be at my big toe. I want to roll my shoulders back towards my hip. I'm grounding this left knee, and my tailbone is actively sitting in the floor. Slowly walk it in, beautiful. Opposite side, ready? So when we do double sides, it almost counts as another asana. And again, think about grounding through that knee. Left foot is flexed and active, and if this is coming up like that, that's natural. It just means you're a little tight. You're gonna push down. Sometimes I have to start right here and just be here for about 30 seconds. Breathe wherever you are. So you can be here. We're already 15 seconds in, right? So you could stay right here. If you feel the need to start to walk it down, walk it down. Just try forearms today and really think about keeping this toe pulling forward toward your third eye. Take a big breath. Oh, and then exhale, surrender into it. It is the start of Pisces season. Whoop whoop. But Pisces is also this last sign of the zodiac. So you may feel like things are wrapping up in your life, or you feel like a lot of things are closing or changing, and that's just supposed to happen. Believe me, I know I'm going through it firsthand. Sometimes it is hard to wrap shit up, but it needs to happen. So Pisces teaches us to go with the flow and do it creatively. And I thought this practice would help because sometimes we are in spaces that are not ideal, but we still need to be kind and loving to our bodies. So do that while you're here for our last 20 seconds. Slowly walk it back in. Beautiful. Next asana is Baddha Konasana. And we want to think about just kind of flutter. This has always been my nimbus pose because even though I'm pretty flexible, my hips weirdly don't open up this way. And it's because of my dance injury. And you know, it happens. That's the ego. So I want you to take those peace fingers, grab your big toe, lock and secure with your thumb, roll your shoulders back, and you're just here. If you're really tight, sometimes I do this a bit, flutter those butterfly wings. If you're extremely tight, you can always put your back to something. This helps kind of open you up a little more. And I'm just gonna stay here because this feels yummy to me. Keep that timer. Again, we're almost 45 seconds in, so breathe. If your soles of your feet come open, that's totally natural. You don't have to worry about it. If you want to put your hands right in your feet, this is also a great time to give yourself a good foot massage. We are not trying to accomplish or make any crazy shapes today. We're just being loving to our body. We're about our last 30 seconds, so really enjoy. If you're giving that massage, remember you want to push that energy out and not back. So you always start at the center of your foot and push up towards your toes. Remember I tell you, sometimes you need to practice and not an ideal situation. Ooh, that 2 minutes went fast. Our next asana is seated wide straddle. And again, we're not trying to go so deep, so don't go to your deepest one. And I want you to make sure that your sit bone is on the floor, your feet are active. Because when my feet are not active, my core is not active. And I want you to try it. Just let your feet go. What happened? Your back did this, right? Because your core quit. So pulling my toes active activates my core, and then my shoulders have to participate. So everybody kind of wakes up. Take a big inhale here. And then we're gonna exhale, walk down to our forearms. Who cares about how deep you can get? We all can get a little deeper, but we're just gonna be here for the next about 25 seconds. And again, we're just inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the mouth today. And while you're here right now, say something really nice to yourself. Brianna, you are resilient as fuck, yo. Thank you. Take a big inhale here. And you're gonna exhale, maybe walk out just a few steps further. And kind of surrender there. Feel free to actively keep rolling those shoulders back, but hang the head. What you don't want to do is round your back so you're not pulling away from the floor. You're trying to sink that collarbone in your chest to the floor. Remember, we're not trying to get super deep. You don't have to prove anything to me. We got about 15 more seconds. Slowly start to walk that body up. Oh yeah. Yummy. You kind of give yourself a wiggle and jiggle. I mean the banging though. Wiggle and jiggle. We're gonna, next asana, we're gonna pull that left foot in. The sole of the foot is again gonna touch the inside of my right thigh. Timer set. And we're gonna take our peace finger and grab our right big toe, lock and secure with the thumb. Take a big inhale and pull through that sole of the foot. The sole of your foot might leave the floor, and you're gonna sweep around. Take one more big inhale. This time we're gonna sweep that arm all the way around. And maybe tuck it inside that thigh. Beautiful. Full twist here. Take a big inhale. We're about a minute in. Beautiful. Take a big inhale here and slowly come out of it. We're gonna just switch sides. Ready? So my right foot is inside. I'm gonna take my peace fingers, grab my big toe. If I can't do that, don't worry about it. You're gonna grab your ankle, shin, hip, or thigh. Take a big inhale here and really give yourself that little tug so that you can twist and turn. You gotta pull that belly up in and tuck it underneath that rib cage so that I can take that right arm around and tuck it into that thigh. Take a big inhale here. And then exhale. Find it, either crisscross applesauce, easy pose. Lotus, half lotus. I would suggest half lotus because you're going to do about a minute on both sides. Allow your shoulders to drop. Turn your palms facing up. Thumbs and index finger connect. Close your eyes, allow your breath to sink, and do nothing else. If thoughts enter your mind, let them go in one ear and out the other. There is nothing else to hold on to. Exhale. And we're just going to switch sides. Stacking either that left leg on top if you were half lotus. If you were crisscross applesauce, you would switch legs. Please do. If you had a full lotus, you were still enjoying that index finger still connected to thumbs. And while you're here this time, I want you to call back your energy. I call back my energy. I call back my essence. I call back my grace. I call back my creativity. I call back my femininity. I call it all back wherever I left it today or any other day. I'm calling it back today. It belongs to me. Come back to me. I call back my energy. I call back my essence. I call back my grace. I call back my creativity. I call back my femininity. Last breath. Thank you for sharing this practice with me today. Have a beautiful and blessed one. Om Shanti. Ashe. Namaste. Bye, guys.